Hey guys, it's Bob Ferngren and I'm back with another 8-minute video on network marketing, and I'm really, I think, in maybe the best series of videos I've ever done. And by the way, I've been doing this either in a conference call or podcast or video format for over 12 years now. I've been in network marketing now for 19 years, 17 years on the business builder side. So this series of calls as I walk through my jungle, this is the jungle I choose to live in. I live in Florida, a little bit chilly today, but hey, this series is all about do it now. Now, some of you are really wanting the maximum breakthrough. Like, man, you want to get to that life-changing income. Well, we all know it takes work. There's no get-rich-quick scheme here. But I think I got something today that if you were just to make up your mind and do it. I wouldn't do anything but do it. Not worry about how perfect your words are. Not worry about what others think about you. Just do it. Just do it. As I've shared with you in previous videos, the goal is to get prospects to a meaningful meeting where you can ask some great questions and then position what you do as a solution for what they're looking for. It's meaningful meetings. It's meaningful meetings. It's not just sign people up. It's to really get to know them, ask great questions, share your story, and then position what you do as a solution for what they're looking for. Meaningful meetings. So I know of one way to get you meaningful meetings. And here's the deal. You pick what you want your income to be, and you just choose how fast you're going to push the accelerator. Let me repeat that. You pick what you want your income to be, and you choose how fast you push the pedal. Here's what I know to be absolutely, absolutely true. It seems to me it always happens in a burst. It always happens when someone sets themselves on fire with excitement, enthusiasm, and says, that's it, we're going, and they stay with it till the breakthrough happens. And here's the technique. Here's the solution that is a timeless solution for finding business builders. It's picking up the phone with the intention of setting meetings, not picking up the phone with the intention of, doing a presentation the first time you call someone and freak them out. It's picking up the phone with the intention of setting up meetings. If you're brand new, of course, you're always going to do that with your coach, sponsor, mentor. If you have a crappy coach, sponsor, mentor, meaning they just sign you up and forget about you, you're probably in the wrong company or you have the wrong leadership. If you're in the right company with the wrong leadership, someone will help you. Someone will help you. Someone in the cross line, someone further up the line. I mean, whoever you're using for third-party growth, they're there. There's people who can help you. So the goal is meaningful meetings, right? You're picking up the phone and you're saying something to the effect of, hey, Sally, I really do not have time right now, but I just thought of you and I thought you would be really interested in what I'm doing right now. And I'm so excited about, listen, I have these 2 times available tomorrow. Which one works for you so I can share what I'm doing? That's the goal. That's it. Not if they start asking you questions, remember how you started out. I really don't have time. I'm really busy, but I just thought of you. And by the way, you're all really busy. No one's lying here. Everyone's really busy, okay? Now, if you're the sloth laying on the couch all day long, self-inebriating and watching Netflix, you're probably not making that call anyways, but take that person out of the equation. All of us are busy. And so when you call, you're busy and you just want to set the appointment. Your goal is to be an appointment setter, right? You can't get into someone's life just picking up the phone and shocking them and start asking them a bunch of questions. Your goal is, and they might say, well, what is it? And I go, well, I want to talk to you about that tomorrow. If they keep pressing, you go, listen, I told you I was busy. I'll call you back in a couple of days and see if you have time to set that appointment with me. And then you get off the phone. Here's what I always do. You see that watch there? I always took it off and I started right when the sweep hand hit 12, and my goal was to be off the phone before it hit 12 again. In other words, 1 minute. 1 minute phone calls. 1 minute phone calls with the intention of setting up an appointment, not the intention of trying to sell them or get them to buy anything or get them to sell anything. The intention is to get the meeting. I know that freaks you out. I know you think you need to tell them everything. The truth is, the more excited you are and the more mysterious you are, the more likely you are to get meetings. If you choose to start giving them answers on the first call, they're going to choose to say, well, that's not for me. But if they've blocked out 15 minutes, you probably got a good chance to ask some good questions like, before I get into what I want to share with you, and this is how my meetings go, I'm not going to share more unless they tell me. So, hey, listen, the reason I set this appointment was I wanted to find out if you're interested in having extra income come into your house every month. I say yes or no. If they give you anything but a yes or no, like, well, it depends on what it is. Well, so then you're telling me, and we can cut it off now, that extra money coming in every month wouldn't help. Well, of course it would help. So you are interested in some extra money. Yes. Okay. Well, you gave me 15 minutes. Let me ask a couple questions. So how much money a month would make a difference? I can tell you, by the time you get to that second question, first of all, you got them to admit, yes, they would like some extra income. Secondly, you say, how much would make a difference? Everything softened right up. They found out you cared. And then the third question I have in that meaningful meeting is, so what would you do with that extra income? If you're good at listening, if you're good at those questions, you're going to see that prospect just soften right up, because now they're facing their own reality. And then you go into permission marketing. So if I could show you a way to earn that extra money without interrupting your busy lifestyle, would you like me to share more? Did you notice I didn't say the name of my company? I didn't say what products or services I'm selling. I didn't mention the industry. I just found out. I qualified them. I qualified them first by finding out, hey, would you be interested in having extra income come into your house every month? Listen. Don't interrupt. Listen. If they don't answer it, you've got to go back to, okay, I heard all that, but I'm just trying to find out before we go any further. And I appreciate you gave me 15 minutes, and I will properly use your 15 minutes. Would you be interested in having extra income come into your house every month? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, great. Now, what would you do with that extra income? Or, I'm sorry, how much money a month would make a difference? And then what would you do with that extra income? I promise you this, the prospects find out you care about what's important to them. You care about listening to them. And once they know you're going to listen, they start talking more. And that's a whole nother training, which I've already done. You can go find it here on YouTube, but I'll do it again in the future. But the more you listen, the more they care. They know you care. The more you listen, the more they know you care. The more you listen, the more they know you care. And then you just simply say, so if I can show you a way to earn that extra income without interrupting your busy lifestyle, is that something you'd like to know more about? They just gave you permission to do your presentation. So here's the do it now. Let's find out. Okay? Let's just do this. Let's take 100 days out into the future. From where we are at this seasonal part of the year, I'm not going to put well, I guess I could do that, December 5th, 2020, right? The weirdest year of our life. Seems to be getting weirder. A time where people are, in certain states, they're stealing their businesses, making them close down. By the way, this is me, it's not a politician thing. I don't know any politician who's had their pay cut, but they're sure telling us what to do. I mean, many, 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 many people are hurting. What if over the next 100 days you said, I'm just going to call one person a day with the intention of setting meetings? What if I called one person a day with the intention of setting meetings? Well, let's say over the next 100 days, again, everybody's number is going to be different. Some of you will have 20 to 40 meetings set. Some of you will have more. Some of you might only have 10 meetings. Out of 100 calls, right? 10%, 10 meetings. Most will have more. But out of 10 meetings, isn't that more than you have right now for most of you to talk about the opportunity? Now, for those of you who want to go bigger, you just move it to 2 calls a day to set meetings. Well, what just happened? If your percentages stayed the same, significantly more meetings. Some of you are going big, big, big. And you might go 3 phone calls a day with the intention of setting an appointment. Now, I'll finish with this. Here's a technique because people don't use their phone anymore. You leave a message for that person that you called and you say, Susie, it's real. I have something I really need to talk to you about. Please call me back right now. Remember, people will blow off the voicemail, but you follow it right away with an all-cap text that says, please listen to your voicemail. Now, you might think that's deceiving, and I don't. You know why I don't? Because people think they're so busy, we have to get their attention first. So that all-cap text says, hey, listen to your voicemail. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm just trying to get their attention. Stop long enough. When they call me back, I'm going to say, oh, gosh, Sally, thanks for calling me back. I'm real busy right now, but I need 15 minutes of your time to share something I'm really excited about. I think you might love it too. Do you have these? I have these 2 times available tomorrow. Which one works for you? Your goal is to break through the noise. You really are in the business of interrupting lives. Now, what do you want? You want to make 1 phone call a day? Ooh, good things will happen. You want to make 2 phone calls a day? I mean, every day, not 2 phone calls and then we'll see you in 2 weeks. Every day for the next 100 days. Better things will happen. You want to blow the roof off this thing? Because I told you it always happens in a burst. Over the next 100 days, you make 3 or more phone calls a day. Probably blow the mind of your upline, your spouse, the amount of people that you're going to be able to help. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's up to you. You've got the accelerator. Now, let's go.